Welcome back to another episode of Scrolling with Lady Di. And guess who popped up on my newsfeed? B. Simone's best friend named Shakina. Shakina is the lady in the other clip where she was interviewing B. Simone, where she was expressing how much money she doesn't have anymore. But let's get into where they're talking about their friendship.
Do you think I'm a good friend?
I think you're an amazing friend. I think you
What's up with all these pauses? Like, is she a good friend or not?
I think that it's the best way.
You know what? Just say she's not a good friend, because if you have to really think about how amazing she is, then that means she's not amazing.
I can describe. Okay, this happened, and my grandma passed away, and you said, I was crying. You let me talk through it,
Why it seems like she's trying to make it up or figure out how to humiliate her again?
and it was the best conversation. And then you were like, "Let me know what you need. You know, if you want me to come over, if you want me to bring flowers, if you want to do this." And it's like in those moments, I don't want you to say that. I just want you to come over with flowers.
Okay, so you know what? I'm convinced that her best friend is not a good friend either. Because why is she on this podcast still talking about how bad B. Simone is?
I want you to be like, because
Jesus.
you feel weird asking somebody to do certain things like that in a moment of grief.
Wow.
So it's like, I don't think you're a bad friend. I think you're great. You're an amazing friend. You're a supportive friend. You're a friend that will offer the clothes off your back.
There's no way she just said that. Yo, this friend is not a friend either. So let's talk about what she just said. She's basically saying that in her moment of grieving with her grandmother's passing, that instead of B. Simone calling her and asking her, "Do you need?" she just rather her say, or just come over with flowers, or just come over and give her a hug, which I guess it depends on what type of friend you are. If you are, let's say you look at your family member, let's say your best cousin ever. If your best cousin had a passing, someone that she loved dearly, would you ask your best cousin, "Hey cousin, do you need anything?" Or are you just going to go over there? So I guess it depends on how much she really likes you. Because if she really likes you, then maybe she would just come over there. So maybe she just doesn't think you're her best friend and you guys are just using that word loosely.
Are always there. I think it's just moments of comfort that I think you can
show up without permission.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. I love that.
Yeah.
I think in past that's maybe a trauma thing again though.
Why?
In the past, I felt forced to show up without permission. It was performed.
I'm so tired of people just using their traumas. Like, we're grown. B. Simone, you're about like almost 40, 35, 36. And now we're still talking about, well, let's blame my trauma on why I didn't show up for you. How about you just say, "Yeah, I was wrong for that." Or, "I didn't know you looked at it in that way," and apologize for not being there how she needed you to be there. Because if that's your best friend, you should know that she just wants you to show up. It's your best friend. You should know everything about her. You should have been over there with the best flowers or whatever it is that she likes that's going to put a smile on her face. Or maybe if she wants to be taken out just to get her mind off of it, you should know that. Instead of you just, having accountability for the actions, you're going to say, "Oh, it's the trauma thing again." Everything is about trauma for you.
Forming.
It was.
So now I'm like, all right, I ain't get that friend. Don't want that much. So maybe
and I don't require a lot.
And you don't require a lot.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's full circle.
Wow.
Doing it for the people that deserve it. Doing it for the people that need it.
So she just said it depends on the type of friend. If you deserve it. Did you hear what she just said? She's saying it straight to her face. I feel like they're having a cat fight right in front of us, right? They don't even understand what's going on. They're just talking bad about each other professionally.
Doing for the people that don't take advantage of it. It's rewiring your brain.
You should already know that she's not going to take advantage of you if that's your best friend. So that shouldn't be a response that you have to this woman that's right in front of you. Your reasons should be, "I need to do better right away." Not, "Oh, these are my excuses." Because you're basically talking about somebody else in front of her. She was addressing you towards her, not you towards other people. So when it comes to friends and family, we need to make sure that we are being the best friend and the best family member. This is why people don't like to have friends, or they don't even call their family, because nobody's acting as they should as the title that is given to them. Auntie, cousin, uncle, whatever your title is. How about we just be the best title we can be for our family, for our significant other?
Unlearning. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I would have done that in the past.
But out of a place of obligation.
Fear. Out of a place of fear. So I get that. I can do that.
Okay, so she says, after all of that, she says, I can do that. Maybe that's what you should have started off with, because she is being super vulnerable to even express this in front of you. Look at them in this picture holding hands as best friends. Seemed like she's scared to even tell you the truth. That's why she had all those pauses in the beginning. She's like, damn, should I tell her that she's a bad friend? Especially on this show, her show. Should I actually tell her that? Why are we as women so afraid to tell our friends that they fucked up, or that, what you did the other day or the other week, I didn't like that? Why are we so afraid? If you say things in a way where it won't trigger someone, when I say trigger, I'm saying you're not cursing them out. You're just sitting them down, polite, having a polite conversation. If you do it like that, watch your tone, then it shouldn't be a problem. And if it is a problem, then that's not your friend then. If they can't accept or hear truth, then maybe you shouldn't be friends with them, because life is about learning and evolving and knowing truth about things, understanding, the way of life. Everything is not going to be the way that you envision it all the time. Or the way how you do things may have came across some, different to someone else. It's okay to learn something different. If we're not able to do that as a friend, then we shouldn't be friends. We shouldn't have friends, because that's not how friendship goes. But let's get into the next clip.
A best friend with a celebrity, everybody thinks that, because you're connected to this person, then your life is just as grand as theirs, or you got
it, or they helping you.
Baby, didn't have a job, living with my parents, a single mom. All this happened to me this past year.
Jesus.
And then it's like, to not have resentment in my heart towards you because I saw you do this for others.
Whoa. She said to not have resentment towards you because I seen you do this to other people, basically helping them out in the time of need, but you didn't help this friend that you had that's right in front of you.
I saw you give a check to somebody to help them through whatever they went through. And it's like, God, nobody didn't give me a handout, but guess what? That wasn't your responsibility. God had to take me through that for my own season, for my own thing. I had to get my car repossessed.
So basically she's saying for her lesson is that she shouldn't have expected that from her celebrity friend, and that she should work hard to get whatever it is that she needs and go through her, trials and tribulations, and not to expect money from someone that has money.
Jesus. I had to go through the food stamps line. I had to be on Medicaid because I'm building my story too. But it's like, as a friend somebody who has it, it's hard to digest.
Yeah. Like if I basically, let's say billionaire status, if I was a billionaire and I had a best friend or the closest people to me, my best people, family and friends, I would give them money. I would help them out if they need help. I'm not going to let them, let's say, she's talking about the food stamps and being on Medicaid and all that stuff. I wouldn't want that for you. You would be taken care of up to a certain extent. So if this is the type of life that you want, where you're not helping those that you love around you, then maybe, like I said earlier, this is just not her friend. And I think that this friend is coming to realization that this is just a reality. And she's trying to digest all of this. Like, dang, all of these years I spent with this girl and she looks at me as nothing. Yeah, I think both of y'all are looking at each other like that. Because at the end of the day, if someone is doing something to you, don't do it back to them. We don't got to play these games. Just leave their ass alone. Don't talk to them no more and move on with your life. No, instead, she wants to come on this podcast and continue to talk crap about how bad she is as a friend. Now, everybody's talking about it. That's bad. But that's a wrap, you guys, with Scrolling with Lady Di. So I just wanted to share, that as friends, we need to do better. As people, we need to do better. Leave a comment if you have had this experience or want to talk more about it. Like this video, subscribe to this channel so you don't miss another episode.